Right now, it's time. Please make welcome your host for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Red Hickey.
Hey, y'all, and welcome to the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're here inside Visit Knoxville today, and you can feel free to come join us if you like. If you can't be here with us, know that you can slide on over to the WDVX Facebook page or our YouTube channel, where you can watch it streaming live right now or later at your convenience. So, our guest today came over to be with us here today from Nashville. Y'all give a great big welcome to Glenn Thomas to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you. There ain't much going on here in the sleepy little town. The empty storefronts boarded up, the train's been long shut down. Repeating tired lines like, should we get another here? To the same old tired faces I've been running with for years. And so I may not be deluded. A vision's grander than this place. Reassure me there's a window that opens wider than this frame. There's a straggler on the sidewalk. He's been pacing for some time, shaking fists and shouting out, but no one pays him any mind. My dad was born around the corner, as was his and I was too. I got my feet so deeply planted here, my toes have turned to roots. And so I may not be deluded. A vision's grander than this place. Reassure me there's a window that opens wider than this frame. There's all these pictures of days that have gone by. All around me are reminders. It's time for me to try to leave so I can move on, to move so I can leave behind every trace left in this place that's holding on to me. And so I may not be deluded. Vision's grander than this place. Reassure me there's a window that opens wider than this frame. Reassure me there's a window that opens wider than this frame. Thank you. This is a song called Pencil Lines, and I was inspired by growing up. You always had the pencil lines getting taller, marking your height on the wall, and you could see the eraser marks with your previous height to know how tall you got. Buried myself at the beach, ruined my shoes in the creek. I always thought I'd look the same. Now some days I see through my face. Memories show you just where you are, like pencil lines mark and hide on the wall. Without where you were, where are you at all? Cut to the front of the line. Nobody saw you last time. Memories show you just where you are, like pencil lines mark and hide on the wall. Without where you were, where are you at all? Where are you at all? Pay attention to this. How could I know what I'd miss? The playback is like a carousel. You can't focus long enough to tell. Memories show you just where you are, like pencil lines mark and hide on the wall. Without where you were, where are you at all? Where are you at all? Where are you at all?
This is Glenn Thomas with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So, Glenn, how long have you been living in Nashville?
I moved to Nashville from Rhode Island in 2018, so about 6 years.
So, did you grow up in Rhode Island?
I did, yep.
Okay. Did you come from a musical family?
I did. Both my parents are musicians. My dad's a songwriter, piano player. My mother's a piano player as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. That is a musical family. So, I'm going to just assume you started as a very small child making music yourself.
I did, yeah. Piano lessons and guitar lessons as a kid. Looking back, I wish I was more of a studious student, but as we are as kids, it's more fun to rebel.
Well, so how old were you when you started writing your own music?
I would say about 11 or 12 I started making rhymes, and they probably sounded a lot like other songs, but, you know, as a
You
young
gotta
kid,
start somewhere.
you got to start somewhere, exactly.
So, when you moved to Nashville, you know, they always like to do the co-writing thing
Yes.
over there. Do you like to do that?
It's funny, I moved there thinking I would love it, and it's not my favorite thing. I think for me as a writer, it's a very sort of personal space I get into, and yeah, sometimes it can be great, but other times it can be a challenge to sort of find that common space.
I read that you also front a band as well.
I do, Wild Sun. It's an alt-rock band. so
Okay. That's very different than
Very
this.
different, yeah.
So, which are you more comfortable with? Do you like having a band behind you, or do you like just doing your thing?
I think I like just doing my thing. It's a lot easier to get what I want to across rather than kind of shouting in front of a band.
So you have a gig coming up this Sunday, very prestigious, at the Bluebird Cafe there in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find more information by visiting Glenn's website at glennthomasmusic.com. He does have 2 N's in Glenn.
A 2N Glenn.
Fancy. So feel free to shake and howdy with him afterwards and thank him for being here with us today. He's got some merch available over there at the merch table also. But for now, I'm going to back on out of the way. We'll get some more music here from Glenn Thomas on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
All right. Thank you. There's a tune called The Things I Dreamt About. And surprisingly, it is about the things I dreamt about. Come lie in the afterglow, chisel me like a gem. Bare-skinned at the water's edge, it's all inside my head. Sun-dazed on the patio, the Montauk's still in bloom. I'm 10 miles into a daydream about you. Tiptoe around it, it is always there, but it's never out loud. Once my eyes open, I am holding to the things I dreamt about. Cast lots in the side stage while you're waiting for the cue to get back into character to play the part of you. Caught up in a kind of backward self-inflicted truth. It's a rare moment when I am not somewhere else too. Tiptoe around it, it is always there, but it's never out loud. All through the afternoon, I'm shadowed by the things I dreamt about. Down in the meadow, all ablaze in marigold, held still by the infinite suspension of control. Wait a moment here and I'll return, I always do. Spin around the revolving door when I can pass back through. Tiptoe around it, it is always there, but it's never out loud. Slip through the darkness to turn back into the things I dreamt about. Tiptoe around it, it is always there, but it's never out loud. Thank you. A song called Haunt You, and it's kind of my spooky song, and I feel like we're getting into spooky season with these crisp mornings, and I'm here for it. I love it. Ivy-covered hills, trees like sheet ghosts, lying cold and still. Soul is shallow, and I swear it on the moon, hanging heavy in the night. I will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. Take it to the grave. Truth don't die though.
will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. I'll be the ghost that causes you throughout my life. Yeah, I will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. Remember you would say we were twin flames. Play it as it lays, there's no escape. And I swear it on the moon, hanging heavy in the night. That I will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. I'll be the poison in your heart till it breaks like mine. Yeah, I will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. Ivy-covered hills, trees like sheet ghosts, blood stream cold and still, swaying gallows. And I swear it on the moon, hanging heavy in the night. That I will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. Be the poison in your heart till it breaks like mine. Yeah, I will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. I will haunt you like you've haunted me in life. Switch gears to a tune about whales. I heard they found a herd of whales somewhere off the coast of India, and they were singing songs no one's heard before. The songs were keeping them together, knowing where each other was in the darkness of the deep blue sea. Now tell me that's not love. Misunderstood leviathans out there in the blue, singing sweet songs to each other. It makes me think of you and how we got our own thing going. No one knows it like we do, so we keep singing to each other, singing our own tune. Yeah, we keep singing to each other, singing, baby, I love you. Someone somewhere said that they could understand these songs, that they could translate them into nearly the same language as ours. We'd finally know what these whale songs really mean. But honestly, I think the magic is the mystery. Misunderstood leviathans out there in the blue, singing sweet songs to each other. It makes me think of you and how we got our own thing going. No one knows it like we do, so we keep singing to each other, singing our own tune. Yeah, we keep singing to each other, singing, baby, I love you. misunderstood leviathans out there in the blue, singing sweet songs to each other. It makes me think of you, how we got our own thing going, no one knows it like we do. So we keep singing to each other, singing our own tune. We keep singing to each other, singing, baby, I love you. We keep singing to each other like the whale songs, the blue.
It's Glenn Thomas with us here today on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Quickly, I need to mention that the Blue Plate Special is presented by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City. It's home of the Big Plate on Fridays. This Friday, East Tennessee's own Zach Russell will be with us, along with Blake Christiana. Blake is the front man for the band Yarn. You can find more information about that by visiting our website there at WDVX.com. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville and the Senior Financial Group, your neighborhood Medicare partner. For more than 30 years, Senior Financial Group's been on a mission to make Medicare more affordable. Information and assistance available at sfgmedicare.com and 865-777-0153. Glenn Thomas with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So, Glenn, I read, is it somewhere between a steeple and a satellite?
Yeah.
Is the your current single that you put out a couple months ago?
I did, yeah.
Are you leading up to a new project? Are you working on a
I'm
full
working
album?
on a full album, yeah, and in the meantime, peppering out singles unrelated to the album.
All right. Yeah. So, they're not, the singles you're dropping aren't part of the album?
No.
Wow, that's different.
Yeah, it's I think the industry right now is kind of the Wild West, and people are doing all sorts of things, and I love albums, but I also love the short form of just one song and moving on, and that being its own thing.
All right. Well, again, you can find more information there on the website, GLENN, thomasmusic.com. Also, I'm sure you can find your music out there on all those streaming platforms as well. He's going to do a few more tunes for us here today, so I'm backing out of the way. It's Glenn Thomas on the Blue Plate Special.
This is actually a song I just put out on Wednesday called Peel of Clementine.
Visions of summer, Lake Odessa, afloat in the pallid tide. Swam to the shore, refreshed our glasses, and stared at the other side. A peel of clementine twirled through gin and streaks of ice. Watched the horizon line, I was out of my mind. Visions of somewhere unrelated, at your place on Riverside. Fitting the framework, learn to savor everything all in stride. A peel of clementine pressed between your lips when you smiled. It got me every time you were out of your mind. Visions of something spent together, of starting another life. We secretly wed beneath the cypress, danced in the autumn night. A peel of clementine, boutonniered by a sprig of thyme. We barely had a dime, we were out of our minds. Now blowing dandelions, ballerinas of dust in the sky, wishing for more time to be out of our minds. Visions of some minute detail I overlooked at the time. Thank you. Startled by a dream, lying westward as I sleep, I greet the morning with a new direction. Rise before the sun hoists its sails and billows up, faint reminders of a dream remain and linger. How is it I see you still so clearly? Have we lived 1,000 lives before these? Arms through sleeves, I slip out quietly toward a dawn that doesn't wonder what I think. I'm looking east. Miles of shimmering, blowing spindrift on a whim, like crying silhouettes on the horizon. If there were words to say, I couldn't say them anyway. Of the flying pirouette of the white heron. Come and stand with me, try to take hold of a thing that'll pass as soon as either of us blinks. Where it goes, we never seem to know. I'll be happy if it's the last thing that I see. I'm looking east. Never seems to stay. I try to play it as it lays. Don't it feel as though it's all just getting started? Call it greed or love, but I've never had enough. And I'll have my fill come hell or holy water. Well, every what if I, in the silence of the night, those endless thoughts that I don't want to think. Easy now, I'm getting too far down the road that stretches out before me. I'm looking east.
It's Glenn Thomas with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. He's got one last tune for us here today, but before he does that, we want to invite everybody back again tomorrow. We'll do this all over again. Andy Sadow will be here with us, along with the Lone Canary. And you can find out who is headed in this direction by visiting our website there at WDVX.com. Glenn's got some merch available over there at the merch table, and it's just really simple, just to shake and howdy with him afterwards and just thank him for being here with us today on the show. And I'll start that process by saying thank you myself. I appreciate you being here with us today. Will you leave us with the last tune?
I'd love to.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure
Cool.
being here. Thank you. This is a tune called Catherine Ames. Well, I realized lately I'm not mad anymore. Don't wonder the reasons you did them things for. Lying always came easy for you, so I wouldn't believe that those reasons were true. You know that you hurt me right down to the core, but I realized lately I'm not mad anymore. And time is a healer, and those scars remain. Even the deepest are starting to fade. In spite of you and everything you've done, you showed me what I could overcome. I loved you deeply, but everything must change. I've let go of you, Catherine Ames. When I am reminded of the time that we spent, it's a bitter remembrance, like an old battle hymn. For years all I wanted was honest remorse, but I realized lately I'm not mad anymore. In spite of you and everything you've done, you showed me what I could overcome. I loved you deeply, but everything must change. I've let go of you, Catherine Ames. In spite of you and everything you've done, you showed me what I could overcome. I loved you deeply, but everything must change. I've let go of you, Catherine Ames. Yeah, I've let go of you, Catherine Ames. Well, if ever I wonder what it was all for, I won't have an answer, but I'm not mad anymore. Thank you so much.
That's Glenn Thomas, y'all. Thank you, and join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.